So right now, Bitcoin is flashing one of the most bullish signs for the market. Welcome to Everything Currency. This is the show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to talk to you guys about these Bitcoin charts right now, because there is an indicator that flashed a bullish sign. This indicator hasn't been wrong yet, and if it is so, this thing is going to go parabolic, and it will be nice for all of the coins. Actually, let me take that back. It won't go parabolic. It'll probably go sideways for a while and then go parabolic, just like I was saying, because we're going to take a look at it right now. So if you're excited about that, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. So right now, this is the Bitcoin chart. So what we've been looking at over the last couple of weeks, or whatever, the last 4 or 5 weeks, is we broke below the 200 and we desperately need to get back above the 200. What I kept saying is we don't spend that much time below the 200. There's been maybe one time over here where we spent a little bit of time below it, a little bit of time that we spent below it over here since it came into inception on the weekly. So getting below the 200 on the weekly was a very bearish sign. We see as soon as that happened, we dropped all the way to 17,000. Like, we literally went from 26,000 all the way to 17,000 in 1 week. It was pretty bad. Now we're hanging around this level right here, and we desperately need to get back above the 200, which right now it's about 22,400. So let me go ahead and move this line up right here. That's where the price needs to get to, and it's pretty close actually, less than $1,000 away, about 1,300 away actually. But you know, things have happened in Bitcoin at a faster pace. When we look at the daily chart right here, we see some very bullish signs. We got the 13 and 34 giving me a nice bullish cross. Then we have this rising wedge pattern kind of playing out, and if it does, it will get to the top right here, which will be above this green line. And if it does that, maybe it might hold this level, and that could be super bullish. Now, what is the indicator that flashed right now that everybody is getting excited about? It is the pi cycle Bitcoin high and Bitcoin low indicator. So let me put this indicator on and let me mute these moving average, and this is the indicator that we're seeing here. As a matter of fact, let me mute these trend lines. So for those who don't know how to trade, I do have a trading course for beginners where you can go from zero to hero for trading. The link's in the description for that, and it's also available in these dope NFTs that I made. Where they at? Right here. They're available with these dope NFTs that I made, and then they have some music that I made to go with it. So if you want to cop one of those, it's $100 right now, or you can just pay with the card from the link in the description to pay with the card for the trading course. But back to the Bitcoin chart, we have this indicator right here, which is calling a pi cycle low. Now let me show you what's going on this chart right here. You see this indicator is actually calling the highs and the lows in the market. These yellow lines right here are the Bitcoin halvings, and Bitcoin has been having this nice, 4-year cycle, and this indicator has been calling the bottom of each of these cycles. So what's interesting to me is you see right here it called a high. It's been wrong one time. Let me just say that it was wrong one time. The first time it flashed, it said this was the high, and the price continued to go parabolic, but then it called the first high at around $1,000 something, and then the price went down, and it totally called the low at around 145. Same thing right here. It called the top in 2017, and then it called the bottom in 2019, and recently it called our most recent top in April of 2021. A lot of people were talking about the pi cycle high, not too many, because the price spiked up again, but it turned out once time played out, this indicator ended up being right. So right now it just flashed a bullish sign right here saying that this is the low. This low is actually pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting low for me, because if we let me turn this indicator off for a second, and then I turn off the log chart and just refresh it, we can see that this low right here is literally the support from the previous market right there. So if we look right here, that's literally the support for the previous market. So it's like that's where the logical bottom would be, right? Like, it's just too simple if that's the bottom. But we have some very down. And also, if we look at the psychology of the market chart right here, we maybe got like a little bit more dip left, or we're already starting to go into that phase where we get into disbelief and stuff like that. But this stuff will probably take a long time to play out. For me, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to take, if we look at, these previous cycles, let me pull this back up, and we look at over here when it called the bottom, it took about, it called the bottom, and then to go to the new high. Hold on. Oops, I'm messing up everything. When it called the bottom right here, it didn't go to a new high until, how many days is that? Is that 800 days? Ain't no way. Hold on. Is that 800 days? Yeah, that's 800 days. So that's pretty crazy. Wait, hold on. I'm tripping. Let me do that again. When it called the bottom right here, and then it went up to right here. Damn, that was 800 days. So from calling the bottom to calling the top, it was 800 days from right there. So about 2 years. Anyway, so right now, if it called a bottom right here, the cool thing is it would be a nice bottom, but to get to where it was last time, 800 days, we'll be looking at September 2024 for a new top in Bitcoin. But the thing that I will keep in mind right here is that, this does look very similar to previous halving cycles. We had the pi cycle top coming in probably the first third after the halving, and then the low coming in the middle of the cycle, about right here. So a little bit past the 1/3, and then right here it's about in the middle. Same thing right here where it's flashing again. So very interesting things on these charts right here. If this does play out, then yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of time before we start heading back up to our 60K level, and which is what I've been saying anyway, right? I think we're gonna go sideways for a little bit, maybe down a little bit more, maybe not, but maybe for sure sideways for a little bit. Find us a nice level that we want to trade in between. In the last bear market, that was in between 6K and 12K, so we'll see where that range is for this market. But the pi cycle indicator just flashed a bullish signal. Price could do some very interesting things after that, but nonetheless, we still got to get above this 200 moving average right now this week. It's the most important level for any of this stuff to play out. So like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. Check out my website, Everythingcurrencycrypto. Get yourself some cool crypto merch right there. And also I got t-shirts on there as well. And then I have trading courses on there as well. So if you want to learn how to trade, and if you want to learn anything about crypto, go ahead and check those out. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Crypto Roots, RIP. Think positive, and positive things will happen, you guys. Till next time.